Work. I'd like to talk to you today and share a wonderful event that's coming to Los Angeles and the Southern California region, May 2nd, 3rd, and 4th. Summit X. That's right, ISSA's annual conference. The 10th year we're doing this will be featuring some of the best keynote speakers that you've experienced. If you're in the field of IT security, you've got to come to this conference. We have an assortment of individuals that'll be teaching sessions, and those folks have been keynotes at international conferences themselves. We pride ourselves of our selection of speakers. Previous speakers have been Howard Schmidt, Bruce Schneier. uh, we've got a whole bunch of them, and we hope that you can come and join us. This year, Marcus Rainham, who is not afraid to mince words and tells it like it is, will be our kicking off the event. And our closing keynote will be Shark Tank's Robert Herjavec. So if you want to see a shark, come on out. Our event features a little bit of something for everyone. We have several forums that are vertically oriented towards what you're working on. We have a CISO forum for Chief Information Security Officers and their direct reports, which will have folks like Ira Winkler, Malcolm Harkins, Mark Weatherford speaking on a variety of subjects, including risk, mixing government and business, how you can integrate security into business on your own. There will be a CISO forum that I will be moderating. We'll be talking of those serious issues that hit you on a regular basis. There will be a healthcare forum as well. That's for privacy and security officers as well as practitioners in the field. And healthcare is a really interesting subject because it's now overtaken finance as the main target for the hackers out there, the black hat hackers. Why? Because healthcare records, financial records, insurance records, personal IDs are all in one huge location at all healthcare agencies. People that process these are now becoming the prime targets. So healthcare traditionally has had a history of not protecting as much because the word in the boardroom in healthcare organizations was, well, we don't have any financial information, or very little, and that's just in our payment system. But as I pointed out today, they're the prime target. And they're still catching up on their security because the controls were not in place, they weren't sophisticated, they weren't advanced, they weren't testing, risk assessments weren't being done on a regular basis. We'll talk about that at the forum. We've got a session on third-party risk. How do you evaluate if you're sharing your crown jewels with a third party outside your walls? How do you know that they're efficient and that they know what they're doing to protect your data? We'll talk about that. We have a panel of healthcare CISOs talking about the things that you're caring about. What about all these healthcare devices, these IoT and embedded devices that are touching our networks? How are we going to secure them when we have the vendors claiming that, hey, we can't provide the updates in the timely fashion you want because it hasn't been tested yet, or claiming the FCC hasn't authorized their use? These are myths. These systems can be updated, and we'll talk about real-life examples of how this is accomplished. I'm really proud of the next forum I'll tell you about, Women in Security Forum. A day and a half of some fantastic women leaders in the field will be getting together to talk both about women-specific issues and how to improve your career and how to break into the field and how to improve your message. And the messaging part is something that's applicable to both sexes and all races. And there are technical talks that would be fantastic. There were panels of successful women sharing their knowledge on important issues in security. And so I encourage you to come and hear this great panel and this great group of women gathering in LA. ISSA has always been a great proponent of women in security and diversity. And we of course know that there aren't enough security professionals in the field today, and it's just going to get worse. And there are hardly any women in the field, and we want to make that trend change. We want the women to come join us. We want to make a welcoming and open atmosphere. We want to stress the point that women at a young age need to be encouraged to practice in IT and IT security. And so lots of that will be discussed at the forum, and we just hope that you can come and hear from some inspired stories about this. There's also going to be 4 training classes that will be occurring on May 2nd and 3rd. Kevin Cardwell, who's trained before for us, is going to talk about how to secure your networks, how to create honeypots, how to create defensive strategies to keep out the people that you don't want to be there. Kevin is a longtime pro and an expert in networking. And we also have Aaron Guzman, who's going to talk about embedded and IoT devices. He'll train you how to recognize some of the vulnerabilities that they have and how to mitigate them. And they're proliferating and they're permeating throughout our lives, and it's just going to get worse. And these are huge back doors opening everywhere you turn. Jim Manico, a good friend of mine, is coming out, flying out from Hawaii to teach a class in ASVS. They will teach you how to build a whole framework in a secure environment when you're developing your own applications. It's a key to making sure that your apps are not going to be deployed, filled with holes and ways for the hackers to get in. Jim's classes have always been received well. He's an exciting, emotional teacher, so it's not just a dry class. He's engaged, and you're going to love it. And we have William Bankston, who's going to be talking about securing AWS. People are moving to the cloud, whether it's Microsoft, Amazon, but William has taught classes in this for quite some time, and his classes are excellent. So if you want to learn about AWS, it's important because people have a misperception sometimes that, oh, I'm putting my stuff in the cloud, so they'll take care of the security. I'm afraid not. Now, AWS may be pretty far along compared to some of their competitors as far as offering security tools that can help you, but it's really up to you to secure your data in the cloud. And the tools are there, but you've got to do quite a lot on your own. And we'll learn how. Come to the training. A great opening reception under the stars will occur on May 3rd, and at the end of the conference, we have a crazed giveaway of raffle prizes. All the vendors are bringing something, and they range from anything from a drone to a camera or a variety of things that you can walk away with. And we'll give you some drinks and food also at the end, just so you can leave on a good note. So again, it's summit.issala.org. ISSA stands for Information Systems Security Association. We're actually the founding chapter 36 years ago of this great international association of network and information security professionals. So we hope to see you there. I'm Richard Greenberg. I'm the chair as well as the president of the Los Angeles chapter. Thank you very much.